All right, we're gonna thread a needle. We have scissors, embroidery thread, different sizes of needles, and I have one pulled aside. First thing we need to do is cut off a length of embroidery thread. So I have a whole kind of skein here. I'm gonna pull some out of the end and use my scissors to cut it off. Then you can put the rest to the side. Now you have a length of thread. This length of thread is actually 6 different threads together in one. That's how embroidery thread is set up. So you're gonna kind of pull apart at one end until you start to separate them. And then you're gonna pinch one of the threads in one hand between your thumb and your forefinger, and pinch the rest of them in your other hand and sort of pull away so that you just have one thread remaining. Set the rest to the side, and now you can see that I have one piece of embroidery thread pulled out of the whole entire skein that I started with. Now that you have one piece of thread, you're ready to actually thread your needle. So you're going to hold your thread in one hand and hold your needle in the other. I hold my thread in my dominant hand, but you can do whatever feels comfortable to you. I find that threading your needle is easier if your thread is a little bit damp, so you can kind of run it through your lips. That way all the fibers are going the same way. You're going to put your thread through the eye of the needle at the end and then start to pull it through. You can see I have it pulled through here. Then you're going to match up the two ends of your thread because you need to make a knot at the end. Otherwise, your thread will just pull through the fabric that you're sewing. So go to the other end, let the needle lay on the table or your lap, wherever you're threading, and match up the two ends. Again, you want to run it through your mouth so it's a little damp maybe. That way all the fibers are going the same way. To make a knot, hold the thread in both of your hands, and then you're going to kind of cross it over itself and pull the end through the loop that creates. You're going to need to loop it 2, probably 3 times, depending on how thick your fabric is. That way it actually catches. Doing this takes some practice so that all your knots line up at the same time. If they don't line up and overlap each other, it's okay. You can just keep knotting until you get them lined up enough. I knotted it 3 times here, so you can see I have a knot at the end. The knot belongs at the end away from the needle, not up near the needle, otherwise it won't pull through your fabric. Cut off the excess on the end so you just have the knot. That way the back of your project doesn't get messy, and now you have your needle all threaded and ready to go.